Hey guys, welcome back to Sip More Tea, and our topic of discussion currently is Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B, two sides of the same damn coin. So they tell us that this is a feud between two giants, Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B. But what if it's not a war of contrasts, but a clash of mirrors? Two sides of the same damn coin, heads, tails, each flip leaves us with pennies. Colorism, misogyny, violence, questionable relationships, painful legacies. They throw shade, they throw fists, they throw accusations. But the coin always flips back to the same system. In this video, I'm not picking sides. I'm just tracing the patterns. I'm counting the real costs, because while they fight, culture pays. And back in 2017, Cardi burst on the hip-hop scene with Bodak Yellow. And Nicki, already the people's champion of female rap and hip-hop, watched her throne wobble a bit. That friction turned into lyrical sparring, into social media shade, into the infamous scene at the New York Fashion Week in 2018. We saw heels flying, hair flying, BBLs all over the place, and the camera is shaking. That moment wasn't the start. It was a receipt. Proof that the industry loves a spectacle. They packaged the conflict like a battle, planted the sides, and set the stage for us to eat popcorn while the culture got past an offering tray. Okay, let's talk foundations. Both of them, knowingly or not, have engaged in rhetoric or behavior that fuels colorist and misogynistic ideals. Take a look at Nicki's side. Her lyrics often celebrate bad bitches with lighter skin or Eurocentric features. Her public commentary has, at times, implied lightness is more marketable, a whisper that lines up with the industry colorism. When she defends her legacy or fires back at rivals, she sometimes unleashes her fans to attack darker-skinned women first. And let's look at Cardi's side. Old tweets, live stream clips, or statements mocking darker-skinned women have circulated and have been criticized. Her rise was helped by the fact that she's perceived as racially ambiguous, a colorism shortcut in a world that prizes in-between blackness. In public discourse, she walks the tightrope. She claims authenticity, yet sometimes echoes the same color biases she so-called fights against. This isn't about perfection. It's about accountability. They both use the language of liberation, but sometimes they traffic in the same hierarchies they claim to resist. And violence shows up in many forms. In lyrical warfare, Nicki's bars have cut deep. She's thrown verbal punches at women, digging into features, looks, outcomes. Sometimes the emotional collateral lands on black women already hurt by colorism. In real life incidents, Cardi B, she's had physical altercations, club fights, bottle throwing, bar disputes. She's apologized, yeah, but she's been legally charged in 2018. That's not just drama. It's a history of using physical force when slights occur and owning it as part of her persona. They both fight. Nicki with words, Cardi with flesh and lyric. But in the end, both methods tear at the fabric of respect, which is owed to black women. It's not just about what they do, it's who they stand beside. Nicki's circle consists of her husband, Kenneth Petty, who was convicted in the 1990s of attempted rape of a 16-year-old. He later failed to register as a sex offender in another state. Her brother, Jelani Mirage, was convicted of predatory sexual assault of an 11-year-old girl in 2017 and sentenced to 25 years to life. Nicki has publicly defended or supported him during legal proceedings. Growing up, she has spoken about a violent household with an unstable father. She's described him as setting fires, being abusive, and him just being unstable. And Cardi's associations. She separated or she's filed for divorce from Offset, a rapper whose public persona and lyrics have been critiqued for misogynistic content. And she's in a relationship with Stefan Diggs, who has been accused by a man of sexual assault. Nicki, in their feud, has invoked those allegations to drag Diggs publicly. Cardi has a legal history. In 2018, She faced charges including assault related to an incident involving bottle throwing. She later pled guilty to reduced charges, third-degree assault and reckless endangerment. And public rumors circulate from fans about Cardi's father being a rapist, which Cardi has rightfully so denied, because these allegations don't have any strong journalistic confirmations that's out there. So both women's relationships, families, and public choices are wrapped up in serious, disturbing allegations around assault, consent, and power. They're not opposites. They echo the same wounds. Now let's flip the coin and see the pattern. Every time they fight. Every time they fight, we see colorism re-raised. We hear misogyny in their rhetoric. We watch violence, verbal or physical, replay. Their alliances and legacies haunt their brand. But who profits? The industry, the blogs, the rumor mill. They get our clicks, our outrage, our engagement. Black culture gets pennies. We cheer the drama, stream the diss track, quote the shade. Meanwhile, meaningful conversations about systemic change, about deconstructing colorism, gets buried underneath the headlines. Nicki is not silent. She speaks loud, but sometimes she speaks to the noise. Cardi is not soft. She rages. She rebels. But sometimes get caught in her own contradictions. They mirror each other's strengths and dark edges, and they demand we choose camps, rather than confront why we were forced into the battle in the first place. And so what do we do now? I think this is how we break the cycle. We hold both of them accountable. You can love their music and still critique their choices, their language, their alliances. We definitely have to demand receipts, always ask for sources, no rumors treated as gospel. And we center those harmed, dark-skinned women especially, survivors of assault, communities misunderstood. We support voices outside the spectacle, artists who don't trade in drama, and we refuse to flip the coin. Don't engage in the conflict. Refuse to monetize the pain. As I've stated, Nicki Minaj and CardiB, heads and tails, two faces, same coin, and every time it flips, Black culture is handed pennies. But we deserve more than spare change. We deserve full wealth, respect, integrity, justice, creativity unshackled. So I'll repeat, don't pick sides. Melt the coin, build something new that pays in dollars, not pennies. So if you made it this far, you're definitely family now. And if you've enjoyed my content, don't just ghost me, y'all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, because it feeds the algorithm gods. Because we're cooking over here on Sip More Tea. And the family's only getting bigger with every bite. So until next time, bye.